Saw more than a few of these on Saturday afternoons this season. Just incredible balance and vision as he takes that all the way.
And Brandon, I just have to imagine that if you're an NFL general manager and you do possess a top 10 pick, you have to look at him and say, I can truly see him in our back.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much. And we just saw a big one there, and then they tried to go explosive again, going for 2.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
And you know, I'm all about getting points, and if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
On first down, Barrett to throw. This one complete to Gibbons. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He'll buy some time right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets it to Strong. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And some room to work. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting in the...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run the counter. Terry, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. This is Gibbons over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Oregon's punter out on the field as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They'll run on 1st down. Clark. Nifty move. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
To throw. He finds his juke. Jukes by again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
He finds his man complete. It's Clark. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semi. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make...
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Big defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Tigers use the short field to get in for 6. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oregon's punter out on the field as he'll kick it away for the second time. That one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Only a yard on the game there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I know with the Eric wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. but there's still a spot for power football. And we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a football in his hands. He's had a good day. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A little juke, and yet again. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Tigers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, he had 17 touchdowns during the regular season, and he caps his drive off with a touchdown in the college playoffs.
And all the things NFL teams like about him were on display there. Agility, decision-making, the way he hits holes, of course his burst, all things that will serve him well at the next level.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw Barrett. And this is Simpson with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. Here's a 1st and 10 Oregon. Here's Barrett looking to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Defense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Under pressure, they got him again. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the shotgun, here's Barrett.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 13. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. On 1st down, Clark. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So led by a collective team effort,
Well, we're now just a few days away from the College Football Playoff Championship game, where one of the nation's top running backs will take the field one last time in an LSU Tigers uniform. Now, there's no question his career speaks for itself, but you can bet that NFL scouts, coaches, and players will be tuning in to see how he performs when the lights shine brightest. And believe me, he knows as well as anybody, this is the last chance to not only add to his legacy, but further solidify his place as a top pick in the NFL draft. And speaking of the draft, we'll be joined in a moment by NFL insider Ethan Rhodes. He's got some interesting tidbits he's picked up over the last week.
Well, some of the biggest stars of the college football world will be on display tonight as we welcome you here in Miami. Tonight we play for the College Football Playoffs National Championship, as we'll see the Clemson Tigers taking on the set for football now in South Florida. Strap in, folks. It's going to be a good one. We are underway in the national championship game. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. They begin with Henry, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's